Hello everyone, I am Thurskin Saga, and for today we will become a critic with a piece of literary work by Guy de Maupassant with his story The Necklace. I am going to use the moral philosophical approach in criticizing the story. But first, let us determine and define what is moral philosophical approach. So moral philosophical approach is one of the oldest approaches in Greek and Romanian times. It describes and evaluates a work in terms of the ideas and values it contains. This often means examining a work's ideas and values in relation to a particular ethical, philosophical, or religious system. The story is entitled The Necklace by Guy de Maupassant. So for you to understand the story, I am going to summarize it. So the characters of the story are Mathilde Louisel, the main character who dreams of being rich. Monsieur Louisel is Mathilde's husband and a government clerk, and Madame Forestier is Mathilde's wealthy friend. Mathilda was a pretty lady born in a poor family. She was married to a clerk. She suffered a lot of misery as she felt that she had been born for better things. All day she would be daydreaming of luxurious houses, dainty dinners, elegant dresses, and beautiful jewelry. One day, her husband came home very happy, and he had an invitation to a ball for both of them from the Minister of Public Instruction. He thought that his wife would be happy, but she only got angry and threw the invitation card on the table. On being asked why she reacted in such a manner, she replied that she did not have the proper dress for the party. Her loving husband gave her all the money he had set aside to buy a gun. When the dress was ready, Matilda's husband saw that still she was not happy. On being asked the reason, she said that she had no jewels. Exasperated, her husband asked her to wear fresh flowers. When she refused to do so, in desperation, he told her to borrow a jewelry from her dear friend, Mrs. Forrester. Matilda borrowed a diamond necklace from her. She was a great hit at the party. Everyone admired her. She danced till 4 a.m. and then went home tired but happy. On reaching home, she decided to take a final look at herself. She was terribly shocked when she found the necklace was missing. They looked everywhere for it, but it was nowhere to be found. They went to the police and also put an advertisement in the papers. In the meantime, they wrote to Madame Forrester that the clasp was broken and also that they would get the necklace repaired and return it. When the necklace was not found, they decided to replace it with a similar necklace. They bought it for 40,000 francs and had to take a loan for it. In order to repay the loan, they took a rented room and turned away the maid. All the household work was done by Matilda. Mr. Louisel took up overtime work to save money. This life continued for almost 10 long years, by the end of which Mrs. Louisel looked old and scruffy. One day she happened to meet Mrs. Forrester, who still looked young. Matilda told her the whole story. Shocked at the story, Mrs. Forrester told her a shocking truth. The diamond necklace that she had lent to Matilda had been made of artificial diamonds and was worth only 500 francs. So let's start to examine the story through moral philosophical approach. I have observed that the necklace in the story serves as the philosophical symbol or the embodiment of insecurity and greed. The necklace symbolizes the wealth and status that Mathilde longs for but cannot attain. Mathilde, the protagonist of the story, personifies the concept that one should not crave for luxuries. One must be satisfied and contented with what one has. So as we know, Matilda is a dissatisfied housewife who dreams of a life of glamour and wealth. She feels trapped in a middle-class life and longs too for the life of riches that she believes she deserves. But then at the end, she becomes miserable only because of her greediness. The main themes in the necklace are greed, deceptive appearances, and beauty and vanity. Greed first, Mathilde Louisel's overwhelming desire to live a life of luxury blinds her to the comforts she already possesses and ultimately leads to her losing what wealth and status she initially has. Deceptive appearances, Mathilde is preoccupied with the appearance of wealth and spends years working to replace a necklace that is eventually revealed to have been a fake. Beauty and vanity. While Mathilda beauty allows her to a fleeting moment of social success at the ball, she has lost both beauty and vanity by the end of the story. The story ends in tragedy for the family Louisel, which taught us that desires can lead to unhappiness. So we should learn to be happy with what we have. One of the lessons to learn from the story, The Necklace, is to be contented and be happy. That would be all. By the way, I'm Kim. Thank you for watching.